Chris Sims is a former NFL quarterback who went to college with Kyle Shanahan. They were both on the team at Texas. Chris Sims is now an NFL analyst at NBC's Pro Football Talk. He's really, really insightful. And he was talking about the 49ers and Trey Lance. And he said a couple of things. First, he said, anyone who watched Trey Lance in training camp last year was concerned coming out of that experience, particularly about his accuracy. I thought this was really interesting to start here because Chris Sims wasn't at training camp last year. So he is talking about what he heard from other people. I was at training camp last year. So I think it's fair to just clarify and maybe make this correct. I wasn't concerned about Trey Lance. So I wasn't concerned about his accuracy. I charted every single pass he threw, and he completed 69% of his passes in practice. It's just practice. But Jimmy completed 63. So all I'm saying is, I don't know where he heard that. Maybe he heard it from someone on the team. Also, in preseason, Trey completed only 46% of his passes, but 10 were dropped. If you give him those 10, it's 70. Now, he was at fault for some of those drops because he threw so hard. But that's not an accuracy issue. That's a velocity issue. So I find this critique kind of interesting. There's like whispers going around the league that Trey struggled last year. I don't think it's as simple as that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to talk about this a little as a journalist. Yeah. First of all, let's say Chris Sims is Phil Sims' son.
Chris Sims is Phil Sims' son.
Okay, who was a very good quarterback, not great, very good, and won a Super Bowl.
Yes.
And he's an analyst on TV. So this is the progeny of Phil Sims. Did he actually use the word anyone? Anyone who watched? Is that
I believe he did. I could go back and I believe he did.
Okay. Let's assume he did. You can't make the statement.
Yeah.
Because he didn't talk to everyone.
Right.
You could say some people.
Yeah.
Or I've heard that some coaches.
Yes.
Remember when you were at UCLA and you took a law school class?
Mm-hmm. It was called Evidence.
Yeah. And the teacher, you loved him. He was very interesting. And he put down journalists, and you, God love you, defended us.
We're doing stuff like this.
Statements like this.
Doing stuff like this. Basically passing off an opinion as a fact. Or hearsay. Passing off hearsay as a fact. Anyone. I was there. I was not included in the poll. Someone asked me.
He didn't call you.
No, I was there. Yeah.
So we're talking about basic journalism. If you're going to make a statement of anyone, then you need to talk to everyone.
That's right.
Now, I assume he talked to Kyle Shanahan. I assume maybe he's getting some, I don't know, but they're friends. Don't they have tattoos or something?
Yeah, they do. They have matching tattoos. Now, real quick, what that professor taught me is that the way that most journalists sort of weasel around this problem is to do the phrase, some people say. Some people say Trey Lance struggled and you can't verify that. And it's you can't say it's wrong either. So he had contempt for that phrase. Some people say.
I do as well.
Yeah.
And whenever I read it, I think of your professor at UCLA.
Yes. Again, Chris Sims, you were a quarterback. Now you work for NBC. You work with Mike Florio. You got to do a little bit better than this.
You can't make statements like that. Anyone, did he call Matty Mayoko? Did he call Barrows?
I saw every single practice. I went down to Costa Mesa and watched the joint practice. I was there too. He didn't call me.
So,
and I've talked to Chris Sims on the phone before. I interviewed him like 6-7 years ago about left-handed quarterbacks. He gave me his time. He was really generous.
So we're not putting you down, Chris, but we're educating you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're more now on the media side than you are on the player side, and it's very innocent, bordering on irresponsible to make statements like that.
I'm sure he heard something. I'm sure he has information. It's just about how you present it.
Yeah.
How you present it.
He could have said, I spoke to a coach.
Yep.
Or the two people I interviewed off the record said, anyone?
It's like, wait. What about me? Yes.
Plus, sometimes didn't they let fans in?
Yes.
Did he talk to the fans?
There's a lot of fans. In fact, they let fans in every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris, you need to maybe read a basic book on journalism and evidence.